Hello everyone, I'm He Siying from Bachuan Quantum Middle School. Today my topic is the efficiency of self-study. Many students have encountered the situation where they find difficult to study efficiently. Therefore, they cannot get high marks in the examinations. Having been left behind, most of the students lose interest in study. Some of them even drop school to find a job much earlier than they should do. Then what causes low efficiency of study? Maybe they fail to obtain a good result academically because the lack of clear learning objectives, discretion in class, and improper learning methods. What can they to do to avoid low study efficiency and academic failure? Having a good learning goal is a very important thing. With a good learning goal, they will find the direction of learning. They should achieve the goal actively. For example, if they want to take part in a big exam, they should set a reflection goal every day in advance. In that way, they will have the direction of review and know what knowledge point we have not grasped. If they don't find the direction of review, their review before the exam will be pointless. This will lead to the incomplete review, so it's important to have a good learning direction. Secondly, as we know, a fundamental cause of inefficient study is not paying attention in class. So if they don't listen to teachers talking about important knowledge points, they will miss an opportunity to learn new knowledge. At school, the same spent on learning is the same, but the outcomes are quite different. So listening carefully is a very important process to study. Lastly, they should search for a good learning method. Without a good learning method, they do not know how to preview, how to practice what they have learned, how to work out questions, and how to review. This will be a waste of time. So what are the effects of our low efficiency in class? First, you don't you learn the knowledge. You will be a little behind the others. And then you will not do well in the exam. Finally, you will lose your mind. In self-study or homework, not concentrating or not planning may lead to efficient time agreement, confusion in self-study or homework. Not concentrating or not planning may lead to inefficient time, making confusion, and not paying attention may make the quality of homework to not be so good. It takes more time. They will not achieve the effect of homework, making it impossible for us to better practice get exercise we should. Naturally, we can find the responding knowledge point in the examination so we can't achieve effective review. Therefore, the low frequency of self-study is not an affordable condition for us. So how we solve them? First, we should cultivate a good concentration because a good concentration will let us achieve effective learning. Secondly, we should have a study plan. If we don't have a good learning method, which will let us review and learn new knowledge and make us feel more relaxed. Thank you.
Okay, so let's welcome the second speaker, please. Feel free to start when you're ready.
Okay, so hi everyone, I'm Wang Yifei from Bachuan Quantum Middle School. Today I'm talking about the lonist. Have you ever heard the news? In a busy restaurant, a person is sitting on a chair eating a meal with a teddy bear on the opposite side. Have you ever seen that in class while others are having a heated discussion? A little boy is sitting alone with confused eyes. Have you ever made a girl watch other kids playing and laughing merrily in the park? Those three persons mentioned above are suffering the same questions. Loneliness. About 40% of Americans report regularly feeling lonely in 2010. That is very scary detail. I remember the book said, though it is a preferred experience of life, loneliness does a lot of harm. For example, loneliness keeps elderly because you don't have to opportunity to communicate with others. You don't have little contact with local on things working on the development of language. Due to lack of the language practice or to communicate with others, speaking and introduced. Loneliness becomes a lot of trouble to people daily life. So what are the plot? For companies, failure has something with individuals because people are different, not person. Some people learn to be some fear of business, learn people are always want to begin, not getting attention, how to get understood. They always want to draw people's attention. When people get to the environment are natural, phobia, very unfit and lonely, they will tend to avoid those kind of environments. Two, because of the pace of the society is too fast, both adults and children will ignore the feeling of the people around them because of too many things which makes those people feel lonely. Three, genitive Victor learn to personality change. It will learn to hesitation, shyness, or willingness to speak, which will learn to with strong personality and feeling lonely. The loneliness give a lot of harm to people. I have suffered with to elevate to separate of the loneliness. One, took the outside route. When you are feeling lonely, invite a few friends to dinner or the party. Of course, connecting with friends shouldn't just be about you need someone. It's also about feeling the worth of the friendship together. Two, be generous with people. When you get along with the other and communicate with them, you will feel that you will feel there is no topic with the people around you. For example, if you go to the place where you don't speak the language, you will feel loneliness in the warm astral space of others because you can't communicate with the people around and you can't get into in-depth emotions. Therefore, when you get along with others, no matter with the situation, you should forget yourself and try to do something for others. You should know that while warming others, you will to warm yourself. 3. Enjoy sit back and the bad mood of the natural, but do not work to take to others. You can go outside to feel the comfort of the natural. 4. A family and friend give more care, make them feel more existent, close the friend relationship. I am very afraid of loneliness. I'm afraid for loneliness, afraid not one could like to make friends with me. But growing up, my parents love me. I have made many friends. I did feel loneliness. Every day is very happy. I also like the fact there is no loneliness in this world. Everyone has his own friends and spend every day happily. This is the end of my speech. Thank you for listening.
I'm I'm from Bachung Quantum School, and my topic is saying no to copyright infringement. IPR infringement. May I start? Oh, all right. So I spent 4 years in the United States for my primary school education. Honestly, in US, China is almost notoriously known for Shanzhai, the Chinese term for fake products. Going through the titles of mainstream media 15 years ago, you would see Chinese fake brands, Chinese fake materials, which caused the Oriental to be BTS after that definitely IPR-related lawsuits. In 2005, a couple of companies, including China, filed against the street market for selling counterfeit and shoddy goods. And last year, our creations of mind, inventions, artistic works, symbols, names, images used in pyramids as my world intellectual property regulation. Names of New Oriental and Gucci street markets are definitions of IPR. Of course, reaching court favorites, species, and urged the defendants to remember the act compensate for the economic loss. Courts, of course, are right. On this IPR, not only data, but also incentives for development, the creators and designers. Although feds are cheaper, but are offers too. Sellers are purely profit-driven, they cost of research and maintenance, while the favors get away with the profit effects. The real brands suffer more on the subsequent prices. They will be seen and have to afford to blame. And original product is consumed years. The creators dedicate their time, energy, and sometimes have to be lucky enough to find inspirations from nature or pieces of ordinary daily life to come up with an amazing design. A copycat overlooks all those efforts. It does nothing but manufacturing and selling. It robs a share of profits originally belonging to the authentic original creators. If infringements are yet to be continued and IPRs are not to be preserved, who will spend the time, energy, and money to make original products in the future? Who will be willing to create and innovate? Unfortunately, the phenomenon of IPR infringement doesn't seem to cease. Reports show that the number of IPR infringement cases increased by 41% in 2016 compared with 2015. Besides the currently enacted laws and institutions, we must do something to stop these infringements. As a consumer student, we can firstly promote awareness of the concept of IPR. Only by making the consequences acknowledged will people truly act. Write articles, make posters and videos, organize service projects, distribute brochures, talk to it with people around you, parents, teachers, classmates, friends, anyone. Secondly, we can choose not to consume these fake products. I know the benefits of such consumption may be more tangible, may be more attractive, but only caring about the contemporary benefits are myopic, right? I know playing a pirated album or playing unlocked Sony PS5 for free feels really good, but then we would be killing these independent music producers and game studios who made all these awesome entertainments for us. We will never have them again in the future. I really hate the fact that my motherland is tagged by Faker and Shenzhai. I really hope that we can make Made by China 2021 happen by complying to the international IPR code and law, by contributing even more to creators around the world. It cannot be achieved without all of us saying no to IPR infringement. So let's do it. Take up our task of our own time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, dear judges, would you like to give some brief feedback? Thank you very much.
Oh, okay, so I will just start with my other feedback. And I will just go down from the first speaker to the last speaker. And I will start with first speaker, like whose name is Xing He. And our topic is low efficiency of self-study. So basically, the speech is pretty great, but a really big problem is the only thing I could see is your script and an ace of paper. I could not see your faces and I could not see any body movements from you. But I think original oratory is really important when we are considering and taking the nonverbal communication skills into the evaluation of our judgments, which means that if you just stand here and read your script, which is not the really persuasive and supportive speech for me, and I think unless you did not memorize your whole speech script, the only thing that you could do is just like be natural and be cordial and do your own speech with that, instead of like being really nervous and being and afraid of being caught of reading your speech. But basically, I think our topic is significant and the system is clearly established. When I was your age, I encountered this kind of low efficiency of self-study, and sometimes I wonder how to make sure that I'm in a really highly productive mode, and that could help me. So that's why I think that your speech makes me feel engaged, but you also need to practice on your skills on that. And also, I think that your speech needs to be out-scripted, and the speech script is well constructed and well contented. And also, you also need to practice with your delivery. And that's all for first speaker. Let's move on to the second speaker, whose name is Yifei Wang. And your topic is about the loneliness. So basically, I think your introductions are effective, and you have really great pacing delivery, and the topic is significant. I could see that how you give different kind of scenario of 1, 2, 3, 4, this kind of steps to show us. But I think I have basically 2 suggestions for you. The first one is slow down when you give a speech. The speech is not about debate or the other kind of forms of competition. You need to let your judge to understand you completely. At the same time, the speech is not about telling someone or lecturing someone to tell them it is true or not, or this thing is right or not. The thing is that you need to demonstrate and show to the judge that how your topic is significant and how we could have some direct linkages with you. And also to talk about loneliness. I could believe that everyone here watching this or judging you all suffer from loneliness before, but I did not actually engage with our whole speech content because it did not make any emotions or make any feelings for me to rely on. And also at the same time, I like how you bring evidences and personal examples in this, but that's not enough. You need to give more statistics and data to show that how many people suffer from loneliness every year and how to deal with that. And that's a thing that you want us to know, and this is really urgent issue to solve right now. And I think if you could make that way, your speech will be way better. And also, I think you could also improve on with understandings. Like you start your speech with talk about loneliness, But with us telling us the definition of it, you could just start with give some detailed and specific explanation on what is and how does this mean to you, and how you solve this problem and how this problem causes some different trigger different kind of trouble in teenager life. And I think that's a way better way to construct your speech. And also more on to the last speaker say no to IPR infringement. So basically, I like how you make a statement and based on status quo, like the different events in each year in different scenario and different fields, like the TOEFL exams, and also the Gucci product is kind of highly high productive brand that suffer from this kind of situation and conditions. But what I want to hear is also about like you're kind of I could barely recognize your face because of like you are down with the light. This is the first this is the first point that you need to improve. You need to under a light and so that we could see you clearly. The second one, if I were you, I would definitely stand up with deliver my speech. Because of like if you just sit here, the only thing that the judge could see you. Also when I talk to you, the only thing that you could hear or listen or watch is just my head. But the speech needs to have the body movements like the hand gestures and this kind of non-verbal communication skills construct the whole speech, be a really gentle one and be a really outstanding one. So that's basically the suggestion for you. But I think the audiences could relate to the topic and enjoy your speech, both the content and really great delivery. And also your pronunciation of words and the whole pace of this, I really like them. Work on non-verbal communication skills and slow down a little bit when you tell the judges the statistics. Yeah, that's basically all of my comments. And thank you so much for your speech. This is really enjoyable. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so I think I'll be the second one. Actually, I am normally speaking, I don't give feedback, in the very final because we have very limited time and we want the round, we want to keep the round going and we have the finals for HS group as well. But since we have time, so I'll just speak briefly about the three speakers today. So first of all is the low efficiency of self-study. I'll just go straight to the suggestion part. So first of all, I think you have to show your face because I don't want like stare at the paper and especially when you're actually reading it. And I was unable to sense any emotions and to resonate with you, if you just kept reading it. So next time, please show your face and have the speech without the script. But I think the structure, like the previous judge had said, was quite good because you first of all gave us the situation, which is the leading, and then you gave them the solution. I think it's quite a wholesome structure. And for the second speaker, loneliness, I think the very reason for me to not have them, to be able to resonate with you was that because you have a bad fluency and some of your words, especially their pronunciation, I think you did not actually master. For example, I clearly heard that you said, and to feel the comfort of nature, well, I suppose that was nature, right? And that was nature. So I hope that next time you can search the pronunciation of each word and make sure your speech is fluent and so that the audience can find, easy and no problem understanding you and in the same time to resonate with you. And for the last speaker, I think I'll just also go straight to the solution part. So first of all, don't shake your body. I know probably you are actually, having body language, but because of your camera, which is, which was set like in a position which was too high, we were unable to see your body language. So next time, to make sure that you were actually standing up or just to make sure that your camera is set in place so that the audience and the judges can actually see your body language and to do the connection. And second of all, find a place of better lighting. Yeah, that's all. The structure was good as well. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, I think so. I agree with most of the stuff that said. I think so. For original oratory, body language, your verbal as well as non-verbal gestures means a lot. So, like, if I try to go with the first speaker, I think so. As said, you're always down towards the nose, so it's better to some kind of eye contact or since it's an online one, you still need to have less look at the notes and much more energy and much more enthusiasm into your speech. And still, I felt like your topic as a student or as an academic person, you can relate to that, but still it lacked some examples, some clear solutions how you can overcome. I think so you can spend more time to dig into the topic. And about the second speaker, I felt she was much better in terms of the gestures or the non-verbal presentation, but still I felt like about the loneliness, I think so still everyone, as the previous just said, can relate, but still it could be much better in terms of different arguments that you can put. And about the last speaker, I think so, yeah, as they mentioned, the lightning, we couldn't see you clearly. So the body language or the non-verbal parts, we couldn't figure it out. But overall, I think so your arguments or your research about the topic was really good. So thank you so much for speaking.
Thank you, Judge. So that's all for today's final speech contest. And next, I will check the results with all of the judges, and I will remove all of the competitors to the waiting room. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Hi, host. So my score is 90. Okay, could I say it right now? Is it 还在直播吗？哦，OK 不在。OK， 90第3， 92第2和94第1。
不好意思，第一个是90，第3名和
第二个是92 2，第三个是94 1。
好的，谢谢。
Thank you so much. Have a
Thank you
nice
very
day.
much.
辛苦了。
辛苦了，拜拜。And what about other judges?
For me, the first one is 92.
92.
94, second speaker.
94 and
the last one is 96.
96. So rank is third, second, and first. Yeah.
Third, second, and fourth. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
侯老师，请问您的分